What's up guys, Luke here with another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about something that I just randomly stumbled upon. It's called Volk. Volk 1 is an independent cellular phone company and going to be an independent kind of user-based internet service that's basically going to give you absolutely free global coverage. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off, but this is kind of an interesting video, an interesting new face to the cell phone industry, and just kind of want to see what all of you think of this. So it's called Volk. Volk 1 basically allows you to stay connected anywhere and anytime. So you're going to see the website here in the background on the screen. So basically they're claiming free. It says enjoy free access to the internet like never before. It says it's going to be resilient. Unlike old networks that become slower, Volk gets faster with more users using the network. And they're also claiming global coverage, meaning their network is going to be everywhere that their users are anyways. So here's the catch. So connectivity. So Volk 1 connects to the internet via other devices on the Volk network. What do you guys think about this? It's kind of an interesting thing to do in the smartphone industry, being everything is so carrier based, and that's one of their main business models, is that they want to sell their devices at probably a flat fee, but then as far as network and texting, etc., there's not going to be any charge or anything. The Volk network is going to be completely free, and it's going to be based off of other users. So basically how it works, you'll see on the screen here, Volk 1 devices can connect to each other from several miles away, which is kind of interesting. So basically they can hop from device to device to device to device to bounce off one another's network to form this giant Volk network, which they're kind of like doing a spin-off of Wi-Fi. So basically they can hop to reach devices that are farther away. And with enough devices around the Volk crowdsource, the internet basically equals Volk. So if there's enough users potentially around, you pretty much get entirely free data, LTE service, texting, picture message, calls, etc. So it's pretty crazy. So example, this is their little intro that they have here on their website.
This is Volk 1.
And I'm going to play it for you.
Unlike other phones that need cell towers, Volk 1 is able to connect directly, and with more phones around, create a distributed network that can be used to send text, make calls, or access the internet.
So it's pretty interesting. You can see here in
When
the video,
Volk 1
just
is
this little
connected to the
short clip.
Wi-Fi,
I'm going to talk over what she's saying here, but you can read here. It contributes to the network by routing traffic for other Volk users. So, and when it's not connected, others will return the favor. So you can kind of see here on the screen, it's really interesting that basically the more users that end up buying this phone, basically the bigger the network gets. So the Volk connects to the internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet cable and has some network capabilities as the Volk 1. So together they crowdsource bandwidth and provide free service to everyone participating, which is really cool. So the Volk actually provides you with a smartphone and a router, which will basically kind of bounce off of your internet, which everybody pays for internet anyways. So they're promising unlimited data, unlimited calls and SMS, and I mean, there's not much more to say. It sounds pretty sweet. In fact, it sounds crazy. Now, as far as the actual smartphone itself that they're going to be shipping out, it says there is a 3700 mAh battery. I'm pretty sure that that's really close to the latest batteries from Samsung, might be a little bit under. As you can see, they're promising a beautiful camera, dual camera actually, and a beautiful screen. So that's looking very similar to iPhone or Samsung. Now, what's interesting is that Volk has put in their logo on this phone. I'm not sure who's manufacturing this phone exactly, but it looks very similar to an iPhone on the back, but then on the front, it also looks like an iPhone, except for it says Pure and Unlocked Android. So basically, this is a sleek looking iPhone that's going to be an Android-based operating system, which I think is like the best of both worlds, and they're promising free calls, free data. I don't know how much better it can get. I don't know if this is too good to be true or what, but it also says Pure and Unlocked Android. We don't install bloatware on your phone and we won't delay updates. This is a huge thing because a lot of carrier locked phones, even if they're paid for outright, come with a lot of bloatware from the carrier, and it's really, really, really annoying. So this is really interesting. So like I said, stay connected. Volk network goes where you go. So literally what they're promising, since it's a cloud-based network, the more people that buy these phones, the more people that hook them up, basically the bigger the network's going to get. And so I'm posting this video because I would like to see this go big. I'm not getting paid by Volkfi or anything like that. This is just a free video and kind of a knowledge video for everybody out there, just to kind of explain some of the new stuff that's coming up in the smartphone industry. And I would really like to see Volkfi go big. I hope everybody goes and tries to sign up for one of these, because I would love to get free data and free talk and text for the rest of my life. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, how sweet would that be to pay for your phone once and then get free service for, your lifetime, basically. Obviously, you're going to be paying for internet anyways. So, I mean, why not grab a Volkfi and get free data and talk also? So I think that's really cool. So their whole pitch is one world, one network, Volkfi, and then it says internet is a human right. Join the revolution. So when you go on their website, you can join the revolution here. You've got to kind of sign up, or more or less be invited to go grab one of these. It's kind of in the trial phases right now, but seems really promising. Here's the specs of the phone. Display, it says size 6.2 inches. Sensors, fingerprint, Hall. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. USB-C port, that's good. Nano SIM slot. Weight is 179 grams, so it's probably a thinner phone, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I'm really excited for this. The camera is a dual 16 by 16 megapixel camera, so I'm assuming that's front and rear 16 megapixel camera. That's a pretty big claim. So really excited to see what these guys do with. So here's some interesting things. The FAQ, why is Volkfi invite only? Volk 1 will be manufactured in 100,000 units. Great overlap between social and geographic circles makes invites the most efficient way to cluster those units together. When will Volk 1 be shipped? Estimated shipping date is December 2019, so we're a little ways out from now. Does it work in my country? Internet access is available in North America, South America, Australia, Pacific Islands. Voice and SMS to other networks is available in USA, Canada, Mexico, etc. So it's very interesting. So they're literally going to have this network basically global. They're going to allow, doesn't matter what country you're from, they're just going to basically make this like a cloud-based network and just allow everybody to just kind of bounce off of each other. So one important question that I know a lot of people are probably asking right now, isn't there some kind of risk by connecting to everybody? And we're going to look at that right now. So it says, what about the risks of sharing connections? It says Volkfi is end-to-end encrypted. So you're not going to have to worry about having any kind of breaches from the sounds of it either. So it's actually going to be a really secure network. And then it says our friends at the Open Wireless Movement have a great FAQ on this and facts of sharing connections. So they've got a little link here if you want to click that. But this is really interesting. And then one other interesting thing too, just looking at Hacker News, this is kind of a forum that I look at for smartphones, etc. Just updates, other stuff that gets posted here. And it says, this makes a bit more sense. So every Volk phone has a SIM card slot, and it supports use on traditional LTE networks. So basically, if you are using the Volk phone, and let's just say you want to have like a backup SIM card, like maybe you want a cheap $30 a month, 1,000 text, 1,000 talk minutes, and then maybe like 5 gigs of data from like a prepaid carrier, just to, have a backup in case somebody's not near you with the Volk network, you can actually use that also. So basically the phone should be completely foolproof as far as always having service. However, it kind of defeats the point of, having free service and data if you have to keep a backup SIM card. So what I think is actually going to happen is I think over time, I think that you will be able to completely rely on the Volkfi network, but to start off with, you might want to grab a backup LTE SIM card to put into the phone just in case the Volkfi network isn't available. Now, what it does say is that the Volk network basically will always be the primary. So if you don't have a SIM card, it's going to be on the Volkfi network. And if you do have a SIM card, it's still going to look for the Volkfi network before it tries to use your LTE data. So it's really interesting. So it says the Volk network works as such. Every Volk user gets a special router with their phone. Like I said earlier in the video, the router acts as a wireless QI charging pad also. Very cool. The router connects to your existing internet via Ethernet or something similar. The router is what connects phones to Volk and allows calls, texts, and data to go through. If a router isn't nearby, the phone will try to find another Volk phone to use as a hop until it finally reaches a router. All Volk phones have strong radios and can go more than a half a mile if terrain is clear. That's very interesting. If there are no routers or Volk phones nearby to hop to, you'll either not have service, have to use Wi-Fi, or fall back to LTE if you have a SIM card installed and it has an active service. So this is really interesting. Now, the only thing that I see preventing this from being a big hit is not enough people knowing about it. And that is why I'm making this video, because when I saw this concept and I saw that they're trying to literally change the smartphone industry, which is going to be very hard to change. As you can see here, their whole model is no more contracts, no more data plans, and no more carriers. As soon as no more censorship, it says also. We got a couple things. No more carriers. There it is. No more carriers. So this company is wanting to kind of change the smartphone industry, and I have a feeling as soon as big phone companies get a hint of this or see that there's a company out there trying to do this, phone carriers might try to adapt, or they might try and buy this company out, because I personally see this company being a big threat to the carrier industry, or the carrier side of the industry, due to the fact that they're pretty much going against everything carriers want you to do. They want you locked into a phone that's not unlocked. They want you locked into a contract. You know, they're billing you each month for data. They're charging you extra for certain things. This is really interesting. So that being said, basically VolkFi is going to be a user-generated network, and the more people that order these or sign up for these or get themselves invited to the VolkFi network, the bigger the network is going to become, and it's going to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it completely takes over the smartphone industry. So with that being said, I think VolkFi is a really cool company. For those of you guys that, you know, this is new to you, hopefully it's news to you, because it was pretty exciting to me. I thought this was cool. It's not very often that I get excited over stuff in the smartphone industry, just because of the fact that I've kind of seen and heard just about everything at this point. And I saw this, and this was refreshing. It was cool, and I think they've got a good thing going here. So that was a tongue twister. But anyways, that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. What do you think of VolkFi? What do you think of their vision? Do you think it's going to work out good? Do you think we can make it work? Me personally, I'm going to be signing up for one of these. So if you guys want, do some research on their website. If you're interested in it, go check it out. It's pretty cool. So that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.